Hello everybody, welcome back, and today we will discuss about dihalogen derivatives. To set a little bit of reminder, I had methane. If I replace one of the hydrogens of methane with a halogen, this becomes a methyl halide. All right. Similarly, if I try to replace two hydrogens of methane with a halogen, then this is called a methylene. Remember that CH2 is called a methylene. So going to the common name of this compound, say. So the common name of this compound will definitely begin with methylene, and you could call it a dichloride, but it is understood that since the tetravalency of carbon is 4, there has to be 2 chlorines. So you can simply call it methylene chloride. Okay. So similarly, if we go to ethane and replace two of the hydrogens with halogens, you could have two possibilities. One this and another this, where one of the carbons is replaced with halogen in one case, and in the other case, two of the carbons hydrogens are replaced with halogens. So in this case, since there are two possibilities, we land up with two common names. This is called a geminal dihalide. When the halogen is in the same carbon repeated twice, this is called a geminal dihalide. Similarly, the common name of the other compound is vicinal dihalide. Okay, so gem is the abbreviated form, which means the halogens are substituted on the same carbon, and Vic means the halogens are on the adjacent carbon. So now going on to the common name of these compounds, the common name has a little bit of a difference. Okay. Now in this case, this will be called not ethylene. It will be called ethylidene. This is called ethylidene chloride. All right, this is called ethylidene chloride. This is the common name of this compound. Simultaneously, let me discuss the IUPAC name. Things would get covered up simultaneously since you all have got used to, the common names and the IUPAC names. So in this case, if the halogen is replaced with chlorine, as I've written this as ethylidene dichloride, so the numbering would be this way. So this would be called 1,1-dichloroethane. I hope you still remember that the carbon to be numbered first is the carbon which contains the functional group. So the IUPAC name of this compound is 1,1-dichloroethane. Similarly, if we go to the other compound, which is the vicinal dihalide, and we put the common name of this compound is, yes, this is ethylene. So the ylene are basically meant for vicinal, vicinal compounds. So this is ethylene dihalide. So if I replace the halogens with bromine, so this would be ethylene dibromide. And what about the IUPAC name? This would be 1, 2 from the right U number or from the left U number, it would just be the same. So this wouldn't have a problem. So this would be called 1, 2, dibromoethane. Okay. So let us try the same thing with 3 carbons, right? Let us try the same thing with 3 carbons. Probably it will have a difference, may not be. Let us see. Let us go to propane. So first thing, I would replace 2 of the hydrogens and get a geminal dihalide. All right, and it could be this way also. Agree? And if I make the other compound where I have halogens on the last carbon, obviously it would not be the last, but it would be the first carbon. So both these are geminal dihalides. Now let us try the common name of these compounds. Both are geminal dihalides, okay, because the halogens are on the same carbon. Going to the common name of this compound, what do you think would be the common name of this compound? So once again, yes, this is propylene or propylidene. Which one do you think is correct? Yes, it is propylidene. All right, propylidene dihalide. So if I replace the halogen with either chlorine or bromine, it would be called propylidene, either bromide or chloride. And the IUPAC name would be, do not forget that we number it from right to left. You could number it from right to left or left to right depending on where the halogen is located. The first carbon can be either on the right, either on the left, depends on where the halogens are located. In my case, the right carbon is the first carbon because the halogens are on the right carbon. So it is the number 1 carbon. So if I replace the halogen with chlorine, so the IUPAC name would be 1,1-dichloro. Propane. All right. So similarly, if we go to this compound, isn't it interesting? Will the common name remain the same? Obviously, no. They had to change the common name because of this situation. So this compound would have a common name, isopropylidene. Isopropylidene dihalide. It's a one word. All right. I hope you still remember your isopropyl group, a carbon containing 2 CH3. So that is the criteria. So this is isopropylidene dihalide. And the IUPAC name, I think you are well versed now. Yes, I don't have to write it down probably. So this is 2,2-dihalo propane. Depending on the halogen, you would insert bromine, chlorine, fluorine, etc. All right. So I am done with 2 geminal dihalides of propane. So see, isn't it a little different compared to ethane, compared to methane? Yes, yes. And now for the vicinal. The vicinal, this is a possibility. Now the question is this a vicinal also? Yeah, let us see. Now, vicinal means, I told you before only, it would have to be adjacent carbons. So, this is the only possible. Of course, this compound is possible. This isomer is possible. All right, so let's keep it and discuss the common name first of this compound. So, yes, this will be propylene, the usual methylene, ethylene, propylene, yes. The vicinal ones are propylene. So this is propylene dichloride, or simply you can call it chloride also. And the IUPAC name of this compound is 1,2-dipropane. dichloromethane. The common name of this compound is trimethylene dichloride. The IUPAC name of this compound is 1,3-dichloro. Propane. All right. Okay. So we have finished the dihalides. We have finished the dihalides. And if you want to name for butane, you can get a propylene, propylidene, etc., etc. Okay, you can try it. Now let us proceed to the trihalides. The trihalides of methane possible is this. Common name? No ylines at all. No yls, no ylines. So the common name is something different, and it is chloroform. Right? The IUPAC name is, you can put 1,1,1 trichloromethane, but it is obvious that it has to be 1,1,1. So you can just drop the 1,1,1 and simply write trichloromethane, because it is obvious that there is just one carbon and you need not write 1,1,1 trichloromethane. Similarly, if you replace the hydrogen with bromines, the common name would carry over from chloroform. Just the chloro is replaced with bromo. It is bromoform. Yes, and this is iodoform. Correctly guessed. Very good. So we are done with the trihalo derivatives also, and you could go on doing the same thing for ethane, propane, etc. Where the common names are less known, you can go with the IUPAC names. So we will not discuss them in much details as the common names are sparse. All right, so let us go over to the last, which is the Tetra Halogen Derivatives. Tetra Halogen Derivatives. So in this case, we have, say, this common name, carbon tetrachloride. And IUPAC name, do I have to discuss? I don't think so. Still, it's 1,1,1,1 tetrachloromethane. So just write it as tetrachloromethane because of obvious reasons for the numbers. Right? You must be bored. Yes? Let's do something interesting and nice, because now you must be used to all this, stuff which is probably very easy for you. Okay? So let us give you a challenge. What about this? I have a tetrachloro derivative of ethane. So does it have a common name? Yes, yes, it definitely has. You know, if you know the common name of ethyne, do you know the common name of ethyne? It is acetylene. Similarly, what is the common name of this? Ethene. So the common name of ethyne is acetylene, and the common name of ethene is ethylene. So you must have figured out why this compound, which we had written, vicinal dihalide of chlorine, was called ethylene. So it carries over from this double bonded compound where you have two hydrogens on two carbons. 2 hydrogens on 2 carbons. So that is why the name is carried over from ethylene to ethylene dichloride. I hope you have got the basis. All right. So similarly, here also, since we have an acetylene group, are you able to figure out? We are having an acetylene group. So the common name would be called acetylene tetrachloride. Acetylene tetrachloride. Okay. And the IUPAC name of this compound would be 1122 tetrachloroethane, right? 1122 tetrachloroethane. So we have a lot to speak about. Yes. Say, let me leave you with a few questions like, you know, this, the alpha omega type, terminal dihalides, right? So is it possible to have common names of these compounds? Yes, is it possible to have common names of these compounds? Let us dwell a minute on whatever we have learned and see if we can, get some kind of common name for this compound. See, we will have to segregate this CH2 as a methylene, this CH2 as a methylene when we try and write the common names of these compounds. All right, so this would be called trimethylene dibromide. If you remember, I had left naming this compound. I had said that this is less talked of. So see, this is once again trimethylene dichloride. Similarly, we have, this compound, which is having the common name. Yes, you have correctly guessed. This is tetramethylene dibromide. All right, tetramethylene dibromide. So yes, less talked of, but definitely common names are there. If you want to figure out such names, it does exist. The common names do exist. And going to the IUPAC names, you know that this compound would be called 1,3-dibromopropane. This compound would be called 1,4-dibromobutane, so on and so forth. Yes. One interesting, example coming to my mind is, what about this? What about this? Does it have a common name? Don't you think it would be a challenge to write the common name of this compound? Yes, because we have 2 halogens, we can call it trimethylene bromide chloride, but again, there would be a lot of confusion. Bromide chloride, trimethylene bromide chloride. Okay, forget that. Let's go to the IUPAC name of this compound. Which way should you number the dihalide? Is it from this, left to right, or is it right to left? Okay, 1 minute, 1 second over. The blue one is correct. Why? Because alphabetically, bromo comes prior to chloro. Yeah, bromo, alphabetically B comes prior to chloro C. So the green numbering is wrong. Yeah, and the correct IUPAC name of this compound would be 1-bromo 3-chloro propane. So whenever you will have a mixture of halogens, always give a lot of priority. All right, always give a lot of priority to the alphabetical order. So I would uh, like to leave you with a few problems to solve, and we can discuss this in the next video of mine. And by now you must be, knowing how to write the IUPAC name of this compound. Let me put one small challenge. A triangle means, it's a cyclopropane. I would discuss cyclics, aromatics, double bonds, triple bonds in my forthcoming videos, but I would like to leave you with this compound. Try and name these compounds. All right, so take this as a homework and we will discuss the names of these compounds in my next video. Thank you for watching. Do not forget to subscribe, share, and like this video. Thank you for watching, and bye-bye everyone, and take care.